Hello, Year 2. This half term, we're going to be studying China. Today, I'd like to share an information book with you about China. China. Welcome to China. Hello, my name is Benjamin Blogg, and this is Marco Polo, my inquisitive dog. He is named after ancient ace explorer Marco Polo. We have just got back from our latest adventure exploring China. We put this book together from some of the blog posts we wrote on the way. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. China is an enormous country in Eastern Asia. It stretches for about 5,472 kilometres, 3,400 miles, from north to south, that's from the top to the bottom, and about 5,200 kilometres, or 3,230 miles, from east to west, that's side to side. Marco Polo came here in 1275, and I am following in his footsteps. Our first stop on our tour was the city of Xi'an, and one of the most famous sites in China, the Terracotta Army. More than 2,000 years ago, Qin Shi Huang became emperor of China. When he died, he was buried in a tomb guarded by thousands of life-size clay soldiers. And Mr. Watkins will be telling you more about the Terracotta Army in one of his lessons. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. In 2008, the Olympic Games were held in Beijing. This is the amazing stadium where many of the events were held. It is known as the Bird's Nest Stadium. Can you guess why? Deserts, mountains and rivers. From Xi'an, we headed northwest to the Taklamakan Desert. This huge desert is covered in sand dunes that are always moving, burying homes and villages. It is baking hot by day, freezing cold at night, and dry as a bone. Not a place to get myself lost in. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. Mount Everest, the highest mountain on Earth, stands between the Tibetan region of China and Nepal. It is 8,830 metres, or 29,035 feet tall, so there is no way that I am climbing to the top. After the heat and dust of the desert, it was good to be near water again. Barco took this photo of me by the Yangtze, the longest river in China and in all of Asia. It flows for about 6,300 kilometres, 3,915 miles, and is called Changyang in Chinese, which means long river. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. Giant pandas live in bamboo forests on a few mountains in southwest China. They have to eat for up to 16 hours a day to get enough bamboo shoots and leaves to fill them up. And we're going to be learning more about pandas in our next session. Our next stop was Beijing, the capital city of China. About half of all Chinese people live in cities, and about 20 million people live in Beijing. I am off to visit the Forbidden City, which was once the Emperor's Palace. I have been told that the best way to get there is by bike. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. With 23 million people, Shanghai is China's biggest city. It is located on the east coast of China at the mouth of the Yangtze River and is one of the world's most important ports. Ni hao. More than 1.3 billion people live in China, more than in any other country. Most people speak Mandarin Chinese. Ni hao means hello. Chinese is written in symbols called characters. Each character stands for a different word or idea. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. Families are quite small in China, and most people only have one child. Children are expected to show respect to other people, especially to older people, such as grandparents. The Chinese children are doing their exercises before school begins. In China, children start school at about the age of 6, and they are expected to work hard. They study subjects such as Chinese, maths, science, history, music, and physical education. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. In Chinese cities, most people live in huge blocks or of apartments. Their apartments are small with no gardens, but most cities have parks where people can walk, cycle, fly kites, and keep fit. We have arrived in Hong Kong in time for Chinese New Year. It is the most important holiday in China, and the dancing is wonderful. The dancers are dressed as a dragon, and they twist and turn their way through the streets. In China, dragons are thought to bring good luck. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. China does not have an official religion, but many people follow Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, which are each thousands of years old. This is a Taoist temple in Chengdu. Feeling hungry? China is so enormous that each part of the country has its own special foods. We have come to Guangdong in the southeast to try out dim sum. Dim sum are bite-sized snacks such as dumplings, buns filled with meat and stuffed lotus leaves. Tasty. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. Chinese people use chopsticks to eat their meals. You must hold them the right way though, or it is bad manners. Opera and Kung Fu. Today we went back to Beijing and visited the opera. Chinese opera is very popular and dates back more than 1,000 years. Characters wear masks and spectacular costumes. The show is a mixture of music, singing, mime, dancing and acrobatics. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. Kung Fu is a famous Chinese martial art. It is a set of movements and exercises that are meant to improve a person's body and mind. I wonder if it works on dogs. From paddy fields to toy factories. Nearly half of Chinese people work in farming, and rice is one of the most important crops. More rice is grown in China than in any other country. Here in Hubei, you can see the rice growing in flooded paddy fields. Most of it is still picked by hand, which is very hard work. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. If you look at a toy in a toy shop, it has probably been made in China. China has thousands of factories making toys, DVD players, mobile phones, clothes, and much more. And finally, it is the last day of our tour, and we are at the Great Wall of China. It stretches for more than 8,850 kilometres, or 5,500 miles, and some of it dates back more than 2,000 years. Some parts are crumbling, but I am off to find a part that I can walk along. Coming with me, Barco? Mr. Watkins will also be telling you more about the Great Wall of China. Barco's Blogtastic China Facts. We also went on a boat trip up the Yangtze River to see the huge Three Gorges Dam. It was opened in 2012 and is the biggest dam in the world. It uses river water to make electricity. What can you remember? So here are some questions that we found out about whilst I was reading you that book. Which is the largest city in China? It's Shanghai. What do giant pandas eat? They eat bamboo. What does ni hao mean? Ni hao, hello. What are dim sum? They're Chinese snacks. And our last question, what is this? It's the Great Wall of China. Thank you for watching this video, Year 2. Why don't you have a go at finding out some facts about China, or maybe trying to use chopsticks? And if you don't have chopsticks, you could try using pencils instead, but don't eat with the lead side. That wouldn't be very nice. You could make pictures using rice, or have a look on the internet for some pictures of the paddy fields in China. See you next time.